Welcome to my quick guide for Flins, an Electro on-field DPS character. We will go over what the character does and how to use and build them, giving you all the information you need quickly. Flins is a character used to deal large amounts of lunar charge damage through his burst. He does this by entering a special state with his skill that converts his normal and charged attacks to Electro and unlocks a short burst version that he uses repeatedly. You use him by activating his skill and staying on field, so he can use his special skill and short bursts during the state, while teammates provide buffs and damage from off-field. Kit overview. Flins' normal attack performs a standard spear combo with physical damage. These attacks are generally not important since most of his damage comes from abilities. They may still appear briefly at the end of his field time to finish his combo and collect the final electro particle generated during his skill state. But the talent itself does not need to be leveled. His skill places Flins into a special state for about 10 seconds. During this time, his normal and charged attacks become Electro, and he gains increased interruption resistance. The skill also unlocks a special skill that deals area Electro damage and temporarily converts his burst into a short version that costs less energy. Flins can use this special skill multiple times during his field time, which allows him to trigger his short burst afterward. While attacking in this state, he also generates electro particles when his electro normal attacks hit enemies, making it important to weave attacks between ability uses. Flins has two burst versions. The normal burst is an expensive ability that deals electro damage followed by several lunar charged hits after a delay. It works, but is rarely used due to its high energy cost and longer animation. The preferred option is the short burst unlocked after using his special skill. This burst costs far less energy and deals a single instance of lunar charge damage, with an additional hit when the team reaches the higher moonsign level. Flins usually uses this short burst twice during each field time, and it makes up the majority of his damage. His Ascension 1 passive increases lunar charge damage dealt by Flins when the team's moonsign reaches the higher level. This bonus applies to both lunar charged reaction damage and the direct lunar charge damage from his burst. His Ascension 4 passive uses a portion of his attack to boost elemental mastery. The effect can reach up to 160 elemental mastery once Flins reaches about 2000 attack, which is usually easy to achieve through normal builds. Talent priority should focus on burst first, since it represents the majority of his damage. After that, leveling the character to 90 is recommended, followed by the skill. The normal attack talent can usually remain at low levels. Character evaluation. Flins has several restrictions that shape how he is played. His skill state ends if he swaps out, forcing him to stay on field during his damage window. He strongly prefers teammates that function off-field, and he also requires at least one nod-krai teammate to unlock his strongest moonsign bonuses. His damage also focuses heavily on lunar-charged mechanics, which limits some build options such as electro damage goblets. Despite these restrictions, he provides strong burst damage in short rotations. His short burst deals large direct lunar charge damage while costing little energy, allowing him to use it multiple times every rotation. His skill generates its own particles through attacks, which helps sustain his energy needs, and his damage scales well with both attack and crit, while gaining additional elemental mastery from his passive. Weapon options. Blood-Soaked Ruins is Flins' best weapon. It provides high base attack together with crit stats and a lunar charge damage bonus. The passive also refunds energy, which lowers his energy recharge requirements significantly and allows smoother burst usage. Staff of the Scarlet Sands is his second best 5-star option. It provides large crit rate and uses elemental mastery to boost attack. Flins can trigger the passive through his special skill attacks, which allows him to gain stacks during his rotation. Deathmatch is his best battle pass weapon and one of the strongest 4-star options overall. It offers valuable crit rate and an attack bonus, which improves his consistent damage output. Prospector's Shovel is the best fully free option. This craftable weapon provides lunar charged damage bonus when the team reaches the higher moonsign level, which directly boosts the majority of Flins' damage. Tam-Yurete no Ohanashi is another strong 4-star option that performs similarly to other good 4-star weapons while also providing energy recharge. This helps maintain consistent burst usage. Artifact sets. Night of the Sky's Unveiling is his best artifact set. The 4-piece bonus provides a large crit rate increase and grants the team lunar reaction damage bonuses when the moonsign reaches the higher level, which directly strengthens Flins' main damage source. Merchisi Hunter is a strong alternative when paired with Furina. It offers high crit rate through its set effect, although this setup restricts team options and requires a healer to maintain the buffs. Gilded Dreams is a temporary option while farming better sets. It provides elemental mastery and attack bonuses that still benefit Flins' lunar charged damage. Attack Sands is the preferred main stat because Flins already gains elemental mastery through teammates and his passive. Attack Goblets are generally preferred since most of his damage comes from lunar charged damage, which does not scale with electro damage bonus. Crit rate or crit damage circlets should be used depending on what balances his crit ratio best. The most important substat is energy recharge until his requirement is met, followed by crit stats, followed by attack percent, followed by elemental mastery, followed by flat attack. Team composition. Flins wants an Electro character together with a Hydro character and an Anemo character in his teams. Inefa is one of Flins' best teammates. She provides shields, electro particles, elemental mastery buffs, and strong off-field damage which all directly support Flins' burst damage. Aino is an important Hydro teammate that enables lunar-charged reactions and provides elemental mastery, as well as lunar-charged damage bonuses at higher constellations. Yansan supplies a large attack buff through her burst and can support Flins while he remains on-field during his skill state. Sarah offers a strong attack buff, and at higher constellations provides large crit damage bonuses for electro damage, which benefits Flins' damage window. Yelan provides off-field Hydro application and additional damage, while slightly increasing team rotation length. Furina offers strong off-field Hydro damage and team buffs, while maintaining Hydro application for reactions. Sucrose is one of the strongest final slot options because she shares elemental mastery with the team and can reduce enemy resistances through Swirl. Lan Yan provides Anemo support with Resistance Shred, while also offering defensive utility through shielding. A strong team composition uses Flins together with Inefa, Aino, and Sucrose. This team maintains lunar-charged reactions, provides strong buffs, and allows Flins to focus entirely on dealing burst damage during his skill state. Constellations. C1 reduces the cooldown of his special skill, which allows Flins to use it more often during his field time. This enables an additional short burst in his rotation and also grants energy whenever lunar-charged reactions are triggered. C2 adds an additional lunar-charged damage instance after using his special skill, and can also reduce enemy electro resistance when the team reaches the higher moonsign level. C3 increases the level of his burst, which directly improves the ability responsible for most of his damage. C4 increases Flins' attack and strengthens his Ascension 4 passive by allowing it to grant even more elemental mastery. C5 increases the level of his skill. Since the skill contributes less to his overall damage, this constellation is a smaller upgrade. C6 significantly increases all lunar charge damage dealt by Flins, and also grants a smaller lunar charge damage bonus to teammates when the moonsign reaches the higher level. Flins gains more from C1 compared to his weapon early on since it improves his rotation and burst usage, so prioritizing C1 before his signature weapon is generally the better upgrade path. Final thoughts. Should you get Flins? Like everyone says, if you like the character, that is the most important part since Genshin is a game after all. But based strictly on value, Flins performs best on accounts that already have key teammates such as Inefa and Ino together with a strong polearm option, since these pieces allow him to fully use his lunar-charged burst rotations. Accounts that only have part of this setup may still use him effectively with alternative teammates. Accounts lacking nod-krai teammates or strong off-field supports will have a harder time unlocking his full potential. That is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this Flins quick guide. If you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing. If you didn't, I hope I can do better in the next video, and I thank you for watching this far.